Hello, my name is Larry Martin and I'm a solutions consultant with Beyond 20. Today I'm going to show you how to do something that doesn't take too much time and doesn't necessarily have to be done through the administrative client. What we're going to do is show you how to hide a widget if that widget doesn't have any data to display. Once I show you how to do this, you can probably come up with all kinds of ways to use this in your own environment. As you know, dashboards are wonderful things, and that's where we're at now, is on a dashboard. And so sometimes we want to display way more information than we can on a dashboard, so we run into having 2 or 3 dashboards to do that. But there are times when some of what we're displaying on a dashboard isn't necessarily important. So it would be really cool to be able to hide elements. Maybe you want to do something graphical, you want to display a great job message, which is what I'm going to show you here. So what I've got just a very simple dashboard, and on this dashboard I have a My Open Tasks widget. Now I'm going to show you what this is going to look like and then show you how I did it. So from this dashboard I have this My Open Tasks widget. I'm going to go to this task and I'm going to close it and then go back to the dashboard. So I own the task. I'm going to acknowledge it. I'm going to put in a completion details. It's not important. I'm going to mark it as declined, and then I'm going to close it. Now that record's saved, so I'm going to go back to my dashboard, which for that simple dashboard I called visibility. And look at that. I now am displaying, instead of the My Open Tasks widget, I'm displaying you have no open tasks. Great job. So this could be pretty cool, trying to maybe set up a little event where you surprise your team with something like this, where you've got little graphics on the back or messages like this, and see who can get all of their X's closed out or taken care of, whether it's tasks or incidents or service requests. And maybe play some kind of a bingo game with them. It could be a great morale booster doing this. Or you have an actual real case need to be able to hide a widget. So how did I do that? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Basically all we're going to do is we're going to create a metric, and that metric is going to look for the count of open tasks for that user, and then we'll use the value from that widget, from that metric. Let's go ahead and edit our dashboard. All this is being done through the Rich client. No need for the admin client, unless again it's something you want to set on one of your global dashboards or something, or a team dashboard, and you want to have it in a blueprint or what have you. So I have 2 widgets. Well, I have a widget and some text. So I stacked them on top of each other just so that they would show up, and I made this a little bit larger to make it easier to grab and make sure we're on the right one. Now, to do this, all I did was come up here to a visibility expression, and I gave it a custom expression. And for the text, I said if my metric is less than 1, then make this visible. At the same time, my actual widget has a visibility expression that says if my metric is greater or equal to 1. So if it's 1 or more, show this one. If it's 0 or less than 1, show the text one. Well, what does that metric look like? That metric is nothing more than a search metric, and I named it Open Tasks. It's a query value against the business object of task, and I want to bring back a number, so I can use the greater or equal to 1, less than 1, and then it's a simple query. Now in this case the query is the task status is not equal to closed, and it's owned by the current user. If you don't know how to do that, then whenever you do your clauses, this is a regular comparison clause where you can grab the task status not equal to closed, but to grab the owned by current user we need an ownership clause. grab the little arrow to the right of the word new, and you will be able to set your own ownership clause. Once you have that ownership clause in place, then you can say the owner is the current user and they own the record, or they're a member of the team that owns the record, or they're a manager. So you could have that individualized to show my open task, but then if it's my team's open task, create another metric, user is a member of the team. So now that we have our metric in our value, we're just going to use number of records, because again we just want to count tasks where the status is not closed. With that metric in place, in our advanced, we're using the current value, and the very first time you set this, I would go ahead and reload the current cache value just to make sure that you don't have to wait too long for it to update a value since it's the first run. But that's all there is to it. You set this metric, set your search so that the metric gets a number populated to it, and then use that number to display or not. So again, you have no open task. Great job. If I go over here to an incident, we'll create a new task. As you can see, I tested a couple times to make sure I wasn't steering you wrong. We'll give it a title of test 2, and I'm not going to worry about a description. I do want to take ownership so that it's assigned to me, and save it. And now when we come back to our dashboard, my open tasks, there's our open task. And if we go back once again and we complete it, we have our message again. Anyhow, I hope you've enjoyed the video. We produce them every week, so please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have questions about Cherwell or ITIL or our services, then you can post those in the channel, and someone will either respond via email or we'll create a video showing you how to do what you've asked.